All right, Shalom. I'm going to start first by giving all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Call, Halal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the elder apostles and elders at Great Millstone who ruled well and taught us this truth and set the great example for the flock. Greetings, salutations, and blessings unto the house of David, the elect, those that will receive salvation, that have show all diligence and faith through their works toward this word. Shalom unto you. This is a lamb back off of this video that you see here by the elder apostle Tahar on his page, which is the what is the 666 mark. And the video is money answereth all things, making money in the high-tech world. Now, something he said in this video sparked me to through the spirit, I believe, to do this lamb back, which basically what he said was about making money and not wanting to work for the so-called white man, right? Working for Esau, who we have to go to Egypt for the one of all things. Now, these are scriptures that should come to mind. You know, it's nothing wrong with you not wanting to work for this guy, but you have to, at this time, be integrated into this system while you still can to make your money. That's a key thing for this system right now, because if you're paying attention through the spirit, you can see that Esau is trying to shut down hustle. That's what his whole mark of the beast technology thing is about. It's complete control, you know, and shutting down the hustle. And who's known for hustling? Jake. Jake will hustle illegally or legally. Whatever way Jake can get it, Jake is hustling. So that's part of his whole thing, trying to shut that down so he can completely control and squeeze Jake. Because Jake should be eradicated off the planet by now after they did away with affirmative action, because Jake can't get those jobs to sustain himself without completely going metrosexual, which is the edge and border, basically the first step of homosexuality for men especially, you know. So you have to be pushed into that type of lifestyle and living just to earn a living in this society right now. So, but you must be integrated. You need bank account. You need to register your car. You need current license. You need to be on the grid. And doing those things shows your faith in this time. Now, when it becomes mandatory that you got to take this chip, yeah, the bank account, cards, and your ID and all of that, your passport and all that, yeah, that has RFID technology inside the card. But that's why this mark of the beast breakdown is so important, because it's when you accept it into your body. That's why that chip is so important, when you accept it into your body. But there's other hustles off the grid. But eventually, they're going to squeeze all of our people until they have to take that chip. That's why I said in the book of Revelation about the chip, small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, that they cannot buy or sell. You know, there will be no answer for it. That's when your test to be, you know, the hour of temptation will come upon you, when you have to know if you're going to take that or not. But at this time, to really sustain yourself, you have to be integrated into this world, into this society, physically, monetarily, you know, on paper with your government information and blah blah blah. But does that mean that you spiritually that you're accepted into this place? No, you don't have to spiritually accept this place as the answer. You don't have to go buy Christmas gifts, you know, and whatever else. You can buy gifts, just not in the name of Christmas. You know, you don't have to practice the whole thing. But Black Friday come around, when I have an opportunity or I have the extra money, yeah, I pick up a few things. It's a good time to catch stuff on sale that I may need. Cameras, phones, you know, different items out there. My kids may want some things. Those are good sale days in this society to pick up things. But does that mean that I'm out there believing in America and hoping America lasts forever? Hell no. So you guys have to mature, for you younger brothers that don't understand the big picture of this thing, that's still on that militant mind state of coming out of the world. Yeah, there's going to be a maturity that happens a maturation process that happens where you understand, hey, to feed my family or to feed myself, whatever your situation is, I have to work. I have to have my social on record. I have to have a bank account to accept my funds and hold my funds for me so I can manage them. These things have to happen. And a lot of times it's things that you don't want to do. But hey, like a lot of brothers can't get these public service jobs because they want you to cut your beard. Well, go get a labor job, something where they're not, do something less. There's other ways to still be in the spirit, but also make your money in this world. Like a matter of fact, I'll grab it since I'm holding the physical Bible. Matthew the 6th chapter. I'm gonna go straight to the verse. This is Matthew 6:11. Give us this day our daily bread. Yes. And then it goes on to say, and forgive our debts as we forgive our debtors. Yeah. We owe people, we owe things, we gotta make money to pay them things back. But we gotta make that daily bread just to sustain yourself. That's the way the world works, and that's where we're at this time. And it's only gonna get more difficult. If for some reason you're trying and it's not happening, hey man, pray. And while you're praying, put your works toward the spirit in full effect, but don't forget about the other side of this thing. Because everything that we do spiritually also has to play out physically. Now, you wouldn't go out there and get a job, that would condemn your soul. You wouldn't go be a gigolo or a pimp or a whoremonger or nothing like that, or a drug dealer. I wouldn't tell you to do those things. But you have your hustles, like back in the day, the apostles talk about the oil tables. They used to do the oil tables all the time. That was a cool little hustle for them. Some brothers got whatever your creativity is in the spirit, man. There's a lot of righteous, the right side of things that you can find hustles in, especially in this with eBay and Amazon and all these other personal stores that you can create for yourself. You might make soaps. You might make incense. You might make lotions. Who knows? You might do a car cleaning service. Whatever your situation is, there's a way to make money in this world, and I think that was the point. I didn't get to the end of the video before the Spirit hopped on me, but I believe that's the point that the apostle was about to go into. But for you that don't believe that you can, that you should work for the white man or be a part of this system, that's a lack of faith, man. That's a lack of faith. You got to have faith to either not do it, but you got to understand that sometimes you have to do these things. But don't let it be afraid to get into this system to make your daily bread because you think that this man's going to come down on you. This man's going to come down on all of us anyway. Whether you're a 2/3, whether you're a man of the Lord, he's going to come down on everybody anyway. That's the point. But if you're a man of the Lord with the right, proper understanding, there's only going to be so much that he can do. Yeah, we'll be afflicted, we'll be tried, our faith will be tested, but if we're meant for this thing, we'll make it through. So I'm gonna hit a few scriptures that jump to my head, and then I'm gonna close out. Not to keep it super long or anything. Let's start with 2 Timothy. But my point I wanted to make was not to be afraid, man. Don't be afraid to be a part of this system for now, before this mark of the beast system is implemented into flesh, man. Go ahead and make your money. Don't worry about being on the grid, man. He knows where we're at. If you got a smartphone or a computer, which to watch these videos, you got to have those things. Trust me, he's got you. He's watching you. He's got cameras on his TVs. He's got cameras on your phones. He's got cameras on your computers. Webcams, as they call them, or whatever. They're watching you. They know who you are. They know what uploads. They know what you're talking about. They're listening. They're doing all these things, man. So forget about Big Brother, as they say. They're doing it. They're taking in all the data, the social media stuff. They know what you like. They know what you search. So what? Stick to the righteous things, and you'll be all right. So I'm gonna go to 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. It says, "For the Most High God, Yahweh, that's the name of the Heavenly Father, by Hashem Yahushua, which is Yahushua is the name of his son, said, have not given us the spirit of fear." He didn't give us the spirit of fear. It said, but of power and of love and of sound mind. Yeah, we don't have anything to fear as far as if we're doing the righteous things. Now, if you're not doing the righteous things, then you might have something to fear. Knowing the terror of the Lord, we persuade men. Persuade them to do what? To do the righteous things. That keeps you out of the fear. It keeps you doing the things that you need to do in fear, and it keeps you from a healthy fear for you to motivate you. But it keeps you from fearing that bad will come upon you. And when bad comes, hey, take it, man. Take it cheerfully. We know what Sirach, the 2nd chapter, says. If not, go check that chapter out. Very, very good chapter. Let's go into let me keep reading. It says, be not thou therefore ashamed of the testimony of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach. Said, nor of me his prisoner, but be thou partaker of the afflictions of the gospel according to the power of the Most High God. Yeah, we gotta click on this internet, and the moment we click on it to watch these videos and to study, they know what we're watching and studying, man. We know they know what we do. They know, they see the uploads. But you can't be afraid to be on this system, man. You can't be afraid to deal with it at this point. This is not the mark of the beast yet. When it's implemented into your body, then you get off the grid. But for now, it's okay to make your daily bread or to be a part of this system now. You almost have to establish yourself for the day when you're not going to have it. When you have to go off the grid just to get your daily bread. Anyway, it says, verse 9, who have saved us and called us with an holy calling, not according to our works, but according to our own purpose and grace, which was given us in Yahushua Mashiach before the world began. The first thing that makes me think of before the world began was Jeremiah. Let's go there. Jeremiah 1:5. Jeremiah 1:5, it says, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Yeah, so since he chose us to do this, yeah, we may be saved, but we don't know, and we still have to go through the daily ills and the playing out of things in this society anyway. We still have to do those things. And being a part of this system is the only way you're going to properly sustain yourself, because he's making it to where you have to be a part of his system to survive in these days. That's why when he takes it away and you're a part of this system, you're going to automatically have to go into his mark of the beast system. Right? That's when we know to check out. Oh, we going to be a part of this thing the whole time. Yep, we about to check out now. As soon as it goes to a mandatory implant, yep, check out. But for now, you don't have to be afraid. This is part of what you have to do. There's a physical side that must take place, that you have to go out there and put yourself forth. If you're not, if the Lord don't have it to where you're working now, then your works should show through the spirit of pushing these videos out. And the Lord will provide for you, you know, whether it be through brotherhood or whatever, but you should be trying to find ways to put something forth positive through the spirit, man. Whether it be money for your household and sticking to your videos, or your videos and then chipping in with your household. Either way, there's ways to make this work, man. And the best way is being a part of this system. For now. For now. That doesn't mean go be metrosexual and cut your beard off if you don't have to. That means you may have to take a warehouse job. That means you may have to go throw garbage or dig ditches. I don't know. Whatever the case may be. But there's a righteous angle that you can take. And if you don't know, fast and pray about it, man. That's always the answer. If it don't automatically come to your mind, fast and pray. I'm sure the answer will show up. Anyway, moving on. Let's go to Ephesians. Yeah, this was an impromptu. I was in the middle of watching the video. A brother called me about it, and I started watching it, and it just, you know how the Spirit moves. So Ephesians chapter 1, I'm going to start at verse 4. It says, according as he has chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and without blame before him in love, having predestinated us unto the adoption of the children by Yahushua Mashiach to himself, according to the good pleasure of his will. Just because we're called and chosen, called doesn't mean we're chosen, but even if we are, we still have to go through the routines of making it there. Just because you may be of the elect, that don't mean you don't do videos. You may be chosen. That don't mean you don't put your work in. You may be of the elect. That don't mean that you don't have to go out and work for this white man. You may have to. Or like the point the apostle was making, the elder apostle was making, Salakia, you may have to, you may have to find a hustle. And with the way the internet is moving now, you can independently contract and make your hustle still, man. There's a lot of brothers doing it, man. Ubers and Lyft, and then like you got here Grubhub and so on and so forth. I like this picture right here. Yeah, this picture right here is great because the way this internet works, man, they're calling you with these temp agencies. They're calling you to work. Now, it may not be what you want to do, but hey, if you got to make your daily bread, you got to make your daily bread. There's brothers with 2 and 3 jobs here in Vegas. You damn near need 2 and 3 jobs just to sustain yourself in this society, just to hold on, just to make ends meet, especially if you have a family. If it's just you, you might scoot by with one, but if it's more than you may have to do a few things, taking a lot of time. But hey, you got to find a way to balance and manage your time and your money. Anyway, I'm in Ephesians. It says, having 1:5, it says, having predestinated us unto the adoption of the children by Yahushua Mashiach. Just because we're predestined to be in this thing, or we may be chosen, we don't know, doesn't mean you shouldn't, and you may have faith and belief that you are. You still have to do these physical things in this flesh for now. You still got to take care of your woman. You still got to take care of your children. You still got to take care of yourself. You don't have to go live up in the mountains, hoping to get an internet signal, reading the scriptures every day, not putting your work forth. And I'm being extreme when I say that, but just to so you understand the point. That there's still a few things that you must do on this side, and being a part of the system as it is now, that is not mandatorily put into you with this mark of the beast system, you can still make it work. Anyway, it says, according to the good pleasure of his will, to the praise of the glory of his grace, wherein he has made us accepted in the beloved. Yeah, and this is another grace period as far as the world goes right now, because we can be in this system and benefit off of this system as it stands right now until it switches over and becomes an implantable device within your body. So there's a grace period that we can benefit off this world. We can use the world but not abuse the world, pursuant to 1 Corinthians the 7th chapter. We can use the world but not abuse the world in this time. And it's important that you men understand that you're able to mature mentally and spiritually able to do those things. Yeah, it's going to be another affliction, but you're going to be afflicted in some way or another. If you got free time on your hands, hey, take an Uber Lyft or whatever. If you're able to do that, to take a few of those. Or put anything. You Jakes are creative, man. We're the sons of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, man. We're creative. We can come up with ways to make this. Hey, coach, if you can get paid for coaching and you good at a certain sport or whatever, do that. If you can get some extra ends with that, do that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You ain't going to push Christmas and all that on these kids. You're going to just, happy holidays, do your thing, blah, 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 blah. You got to put that Clark Kent on, to be in this system, true enough. And it's hard. But guess what? That's part of what this thing is all about, man. Being balanced, being able to do everything you need to do on both sides. Let me run into these last few scriptures and then I'm going to move on. This is 1 Timothy, the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 3. Yeah, I want to hit a point with this one. Chapter 3, verse 9. Holding the mystery of the faith in a pure conscience. Yeah, don't worry about what the world views you as, or that you have to work or be a part of this system or whatever else for now. But because you hold the faith in good conscience, the mystery of the faith in a pure conscience. Just because you may coach Little League softball or you work at Walmart or whatever, doesn't mean that you don't have this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and that you're trying to earn your salvation, or whether you're in the corporate world, whatever the case may be. Hey, you still got to hold this mystery, man, and get your opportunity for salvation, because it's going to come upon everybody. So don't use that as an excuse to be lazy in this thing, man. You know, and when I'm talking to the brothers that may be young in the faith or may not understand, I don't want to work for the white man. Okay, well, the apostles telling you that you don't have to work for them. There's other hustles out there. Well, don't be afraid to be a part of the system, setting up your bank account, paying your taxes, you know, paying whatever the situation is that this system demands of you. You still got to do those things. You know, you still got to pay your car registration. You still got to buy gas. You still got to have car insurance. You can't be riding dirty out there, man. This man's looking for any excuse to get you through the Spirit. You got to take care of those things as well. I'm going to jump over because there's a difference, right? 1 Timothy 6, and I'm going to start verse 9. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare. Now, don't take it to the part where you're desiring to be rich, man. Not in this system. Be rich in the spirit. Be rich in wisdom. Don't be rich as far as monetarily. You just need your daily bread. Because the moment you try to be rich, as it pertains to this monetary system, you make your money, you get your overtime, you got 2-3 jobs, you got a little something. Do what you do with that. Help brothers, whatever it is that you do with that, great. But don't let that become the goal of what you're accomplishing in a day. You know, we're just trying to get our daily bread to get by to the missiles come, man. Till the system crashes and then everything goes down, and then we'll be rich on the other side, man. We'll be wealthy. We'll be, on a whole new level on the other side. But just make sure that you're able to keep that certain mind state about it. Anyway, it says, but they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. Hey, the entertainment world is prime example. For y'all that don't know about that, click on the Secret Society of Hip Hop or the Hidden Truth about the music industry or entertainment business or whatever. There's plenty of those flooding YouTube, man. Check those out and see the different rituals and sexual magic and soul corruption that goes on in that whole realm and world. That's not what we're about. We're just trying to get enough to get our daily bread, put food on our table, clothes on our back, take care of our children, roof over our heads, so on and so forth. So till we get up out of here, till this system collapse, then the Spirit will guide us through the rest. Anyway, it says, for the love of money is the root of all evil. Not money isn't the root of all evil. The love of money is the root of all evil. Money answereth all things. Money is a defense. It keeps you from certain things, keeps you out of certain situations. When you get pulled over by the police for speeding or whatever, the parking ticket, whatever, you need to be able to go and render unto Esau that which is Esau's, or Caesar's which is Caesar's. You know the script. Pay that and be done with it. And move on. It says, while some covet after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Yeah, the money-making thing should never be the foremost motivation. Now, do you need to go to work to bring that in? Yeah. That don't mean you got to always slave at overtime, but you may want to go hard at overtime for a little while to get a little extra money. You may have a job that you got to put in extra time and work in. That may be the case. Trust me, I'm going through it now. The worst part of it is for the hours I put in a day. Just my own little testimony. The hours I put in a day, I'm not getting nearly enough money that I should be. But hey, this is part of what has to happen. As long as I keep holding on. That's why I keep the faith that this thing is a bigger picture to this thing, that all of this is going to collapse, but I got to provide at some point. But the most important thing is to be in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai and trying to gain this wisdom, which is the real money. Yeah, let me jump over to Second Esdras in the Apocrypha right quick. Two more scriptures and I'm going to close out. They always run longer, right? Anyway, 2 Esdras chapter 9, verse 7, it says, and every one that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed. Just because you work and you're a part of this system, you have a driver's license, you have a social security card, a birth certificate. Just because you have that, you know, that whole Moorish thing, forget about that, man. It ain't gonna matter when the system collapse, man. When Esau comes and brings his troops on everybody, that ain't gonna matter no more. You know, they ain't gonna care. You're a person standing on the street. They can hit you with the butt of that gun or gun you down just the same, whether you're more sovereign or not. They can still get you. You know, especially if you're a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American. You know, they're gonna make sure that you're in line with this thing. But if you're able to work this system, man, use this world without abusing it. You know, that's what this is about. It's to show your faith to do it. And then it'll try your faith to be able to detach from it at a moment's notice when they implement that chip system. Anyway, it says, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works, which is what you do in the spirit, by your works, and by faith, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them from me from the beginning. But that doesn't give you license to not be a part, to put in the work of a man, to take care of yourself, take care of your family, and pay your bills or whatever else. You can still get your bank account. You know, if the system comes down to it, cancel all that, man. Once it collapses, they try to make it mandatory, cancel all of it. It's all good, man. You got time for that. But don't be at home living off other brothers. We saw the classic case of Max Knight, aka from Atlanta, Yaradon, the damn extortioner thief, you know, taken from brothers, man. We seen that case. Don't be like that. Find a way to bring some income for yourself, man. There's plenty of creative hustle ways for you to make it out there, man. Go, but before I've heard of people in the world anyway, go and buy Jordans from China and reselling them out here at flea markets and whatever. Hey, Moab do it. You can do it too. Jacob buy it. You know, make it profitable for yourself. But hey, before he shuts these trade access with China off, you may be able to do that for now. Whatever your hustle is, be creative. I'm not trying to tell you what to and what not to do, but I'm trying to show you that there's ways to make this work. And you may have to put your address and your physical address and all of that on record, man. But don't let that deter your faith. You know, the Most High will still protect you if you're chosen for that. If you prove worthy of it. Yeah, let me go to the last script in 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter. You know, which is a good chapter, man. If you ain't getting into this chapter, you're tripping, man. It's a very good chapter. I'm going to jump down. Matter of fact, I got to read up. Start at verse 69. Matter of fact, 68. 67. It said, behold, the Most High himself is the judge. Fear him. Don't have a spirit of what this white man can do, who could destroy the body, but cannot destroy the soul. Fear him rather that could destroy both body and soul in hell, right? It says, leave off from your sins and forget your iniquities, to meddle no more with them forever. So shall the Most High God lead you forth and deliver you from all trouble. Yeah, whether you have, if you're fully, you got a job and they're trying to make you get the chip, hey, he'll deliver you. There's brothers that's known to have been in the military where it wasn't, you know, they wasn't given chips back then, but they found a way out and they even got another way to live, to sustain themselves now. You know, where they can rock their beards now, where they don't have to take the defeminization or the chip to work at these places no more. The Most High will provide, but it takes your faith and no doubt that he will do it for you. But you got to put in your work too for him. You know, showing your faith through your works. Anyway, it says, and he will deliver you from all trouble. It says, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. Yeah, we're going to be tortured, man. It seems like I bring these same scriptures out all the time, but hey, this is what it is. This is what it is, man. You're going to have to deal with these things. You best be on your best behavior with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Forget this money, forget this system, and get with this, man. Because he will deliver you from all these troubles. But some men will be beheaded, some men will be tortured. That's just the lot. Cast into prison, that's just the lot that falls upon each man. That's the trial of your faith. You know, but we all got to go through whatever it is. It says, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach. Yeah, some brothers, man, you think of very diligent brothers now that oh, this brother, he got to be a man of the Lord. Well, when the time comes, they may be some of the same people that take the chip, that fail at the day of temptation, the hour of temptation. And where it says, and trodden underfoot, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They're coming for us. You signed up for that. They're coming for us. Whether you know it or not, they're gonna come for us. They're gonna come for the 2/3. They're gonna come for the men of the Lord. No different. It's just the Most High will find an angle to deliver us out of it. But you gotta have faith and believe and have the works to prove it. That you deserve to be there. Right? Study to show thyself approved, and diligently make the calling and election sure with all diligence. Right? Anyway, it says, for they shall be like madmen, sparing none, not even the men of the Lord, and still spoiling those and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and then they shall be tried as gold in the fire. So we're going to have to go through it, man. You're going to have to go through it. And like the Most High said, money answereth all things, and money is a defense. In the way that you make money in this society, you have to be adjoined unto this system. At this point, do not take the microchip, mark of the beast, into your body. Do not take that. Anyway, it says, hear ye, O my beloved, saith the Lord Yahweh. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide, and a guide to them who keep my commandments and precepts. You can work in this system and keep the commandments and the precepts of the Most High God. It's a possibility. You can be on the grid and still get salvation, man. I'm not talking about taking the chip. I'm talking about as the world is set up now. When the chip comes and you have to take it into your body, then you denounce that and you go off the grid. I'm going to keep repeating that so you damn turncoats and you damn scoffers don't try to come up and say some BS, man. Anyway, it says, saith the Lord power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai, says, let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves. Yeah, so with that, I'm going to close out, man. I'm going to just finish with closing words and say this. It's okay to be a part of this grid right now, as it stands. Smartphones have chips and trackers. Your bank accounts have it. Your passports, your ID. It's okay to be a part of that now. Until they make that chip mandatory to put into your body, you can be a part of this thing and still use this world without abusing it. You still got to earn and make your daily bread. That's part of being a man in this thing. When you gird yourself up, your loins up as men, I believe in the book of Job, it says it. That's part of what's going on here. You got to take care of your children. You got to take care of your woman, take care of yourself, man, if that's your situation. You know, do the best that you can do at all sides of this thing, as spiritually as well as physically, you know. So with that, I'm gonna close out, man. Say, we didn't have fear for this, but you know, but this is what the situation is. So, give all praise unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honor to the elder apostles and at Great Millstone who rule well and teach us and show us the right way to do things. You know, double honor to the Salakia. Double honor to the elder apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Greetings, salutations, and blessings unto the house of David the elect. Those that are setting forth their bodies as living sacrifices, pushing in the spirit, showing all diligence with sincerity, and that understand the big picture, and that's making sure the youngers in the faith understand the big picture. With that, I say shalom.